the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, yeah, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all it does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Carr finds Williams. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Down. 185. 50. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here's the 2nd year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Brissett. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Brissett. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Harris to return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 6-18. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Hand me. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
To throw his Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here we go, D.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
22 jet bombers.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Carr. The open man here, Renfrow. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Carr now to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
64, weak. It's first. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. We own them.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Carr now on third and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ben Banagoo picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Carlson able to put this one through. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. So we got man. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
To throw again on second down. Carr, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Carr gives to Richard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got.
This is Hines. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Hines. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. 2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3 our score.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 13.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, Campbell making the catch. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
That's another Colts first down.
They'll run here with Mack. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Mack. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Raiders take over first down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd down, it's Hines. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Brissett sets to throw it. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Carr now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You right, Eddie? Minus 50. You got nothing. One, later one. You got nothing. Express. Mike 50. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, orbit.
Shotgun now for Carr. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Express. 26 Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Check it. 80 weapon. Express.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All day, every day, any day. Kill. Purdue. OP. Crunch. You're mine.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, oh, they won.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 44.
Express.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Express. Pick it up. Pick it up. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Jump. Switch. 1 or 2. Greystone, travel. Express. I got motion man. Lead. Well, Gumbo. Check 26.
Throwing now is Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch switch. 694. Hey, we got Mike 50 out. Right here. Switch. 734. Go.
On first down, Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagel, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On second down now, it's Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. On first down, Richard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 25-yard line.
What now? 180. 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Express. He's mine. 93. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On second and 12, Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Well, this is caught by Williams. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Harris now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Kill. Bravo.
Hey, 50. 50's
You're mine.
not here. SOS.
Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. That right there is what Jalen Richard can bring to this offense. I mean, last year, yes, he had 55 carries, but they used him more as a receiver. He had 68 catches in 2018, which was tied for the team lead. Really adds a nice element to the backfield for Derek Carr and company. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Motion. 637.
58.
Hey, dude.
Check me out. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Come back down.
Check.
On play action, now Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Darius Leonard in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check.
618.
Smooth. Watch the pass. Here we go. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Let's go.
Ain't no way.
Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Brissett. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now it's Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. Vinatieri's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I don't know what more you can say about Adam Vinatieri in that career. Maybe the best to ever do this.
Let's be honest, does anything faze him? Snow, playoff games, Super Bowls. Just watching this made me nervous, but he never broke a sweat.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
29. 29. Hey, what?
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Pick it up, guys.
Hey, Raider 2.
58 to Mike.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game.